Hello guys, and welcome back to another top 5 PvP fights. If you guys want to send in your clips for top 5 fights, send them in to KristoferESO at hotmail.com. Without further ado, coming in at number 5, we have Jedi Nodnarb on his Magica Dragon Knight. Here you see a bunch of yellow come around the corner. He sets the trap with the talons into the meteor, goes for the whips. Oh my god, look at that huge damage, and just sets all the dots on this guy, continuing the pressure, bringing him down, sets the dots on the next player, goes for the leap. He went for the shooting star meteor earlier, getting a huge amount of ultimate back. 2 players down right off the bat, and now he's going to trap this guy in his talons, put all the dots on him, and start whipping away. And just look at how he kites behind this guy. This guy stuck in the immobilize is just shooting light attacks in the wrong direction. There's the nasty fossilize into the finish there, and now Jedi has got another player that has jumped on top here, plus the Sork. He gets another nasty leap here into a couple whips on this player here. Huge amounts of damage. Oh my gosh, bringing that guy down. And now it is just the Sork left. And just like that, he's cleaned up 5 players. Oh my god. And this poor Sork responds with the negate. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful negate. But Jedi's coming in with the IQ 9000 play. He's ready for it. Holds block to prevent the Sork from getting the resource back off the heavy attacks. Gets him with all the dots, the immobilize into the leap. There are the whips, and down he goes. Absolutely fantastic play. And returning again this week, we have got Warrior Gage, this time on the Stamina Dragon Knight, and here he is in an enemy tower, and he's got an enemy player on top of him here. The guy goes into stealth. Warrior goes into his AoE breath there, pulling him out of stealth, getting some good damage on this player here, trying to just set up all the dots, but there you see all the misses. So the player he's fighting is actually running the Meridia set, so Warrior's going to have to, really pick and choose how he fights this guy. This guy's going to be very hard to kill simply because of that Meridia set. Look at how it just shuts down everything, all the damage over time. Essentially, it's just going to halve his damage. But anyway, Warrior decides that this guy's a little bit too tanky. He wants to take care of the NPC first, just to make sure he's not taking any unnecessary stuff from this guy as well. And then after killing the NPC, we've got another blue player coming up. Warriors quickly goes to put pressure into this blue player. The blue player goes for the barrier right away. Warrior just quickly dots him up. Full dot combo into the spike. Oh my god, look at that sword and board animation cancel, bringing him down. Huge amounts of damage. And then we have a couple more blue players coming up this staircase here. And the whole time, Warrior is just tanking out this other player, putting a lot of damage into this guy there. There is the leap, bringing him down. This other player goes for the res, manages to get the res. He is a Templar, so it's a very fast res time on that res. And Warrior's going to have to fight 3 players again in this tower, and he takes a pretty nasty wrecking blow, but responding really well, keeping an eye on his hit point bar, putting nasty dots into this guy, weaving the vigor in between the offensive combo. Absolutely love to see that. And here we go. He's just going to turn and burn the next player. Lots of damage over time, going into the stab with the sword and board. Lots of damage with that pierce armor, and there is the execute. Couldn't bring him down, taking a nasty wrecking blow from the player behind, but manages to finish off this guy with the leap into the execute there. And now Warrior has got another blue player coming up top here to fight him, and this time it's a Nightblade. Warrior just turns and puts a lot of pressure into this guy. All the dots into the leap, the execute. Oh my gosh, the amount of damage and sustain on this build, just look at him absolutely just toughing these guys out and bringing them down one at a time. And now he has got this tanky player yet again to fight. This Warden here and his Meridia set, so hard to deal with. And Warrior's just going to continue to keep the pressure on him and try to get the damage that he can. And there we see the Meridia proc as his hit points are starting to get lower there. The Meridia set's very, very hard to take in a one-on-one fight. You've got to honestly just be really patient. And this guy, he goes for the invisibility potion, trying to get the res there, and he gets the res. He has CC immunity. Warrior does not go for the bash, but Warrior quickly turns and burns the other player, and then just goes right back to attacking this Warden again. And the Warden is just continuing to tank him out. Oh my lord, he's running such a tanky build here. But Warrior is continuing to keep up the pressure on this guy. He's actually saving his ultimate, and I think that's a great call on his part. He just wants to make sure that he dumps his ult at the right time to kill this guy. And there's the ultimate there. He wants the armor pierce. He's going for a lot of damage on this guy. He goes for the meditate. Warrior gets the great bash there. And as a red player comes in, the red player just helps Warrior finish him off and then casts Friendship. Absolutely fantastic fight. So coming in at number 3, we have got Phenom ESO on his Magica Sorcerer, and as you guys can see here, he's got a lot of blue jumping on top of him on this rock here, and Phenom's just going to kite around the rock, try to get a nice burst into this guy there, goes for the Dawnbreaker, gets a good stun. However, these other players have got their defenses up, and Phenom does not have the opportunity to capitalize on the Dawnbreaker, so he goes back to kiting around the rocks here, just kind of trying to pick his targets here. He's going to have to gauge this fight as he's got 5 blue players on top of him here, and they are going to hurt. We've got a few Nightblades popping out of stealth. There you see a really clutch dodge. How many attacks did he dodge with that roll? That was super huge. Yet again, oh my god, that was 10 attacks on the roll. Super great roll there just to predict when the attack's coming. And he's seeing that Nightblade. He's watching the Nightblade on this side. He has to be. He's dodging all those arrows. There's the shield stack to take up the snipe. Goes for some damage onto this guy here. The other player gets a great roll there, and Phenom unfortunately cannot capitalize on the beginning of his offensive combo there. But that's all right. He's just going to work his way back behind the rock here. And here he's got a great split on this player there. Gets the rune cage, but however, the other player reacts really well yet again, and Phenom gets really lucky, and enemy meteor actually gets baited out by his engine guardian there, so he manages to tank that meteor out with the engine guardian proc. Really nice, and there is the kill, setting the combo on the player there as he's rolling in between the rocks. Gets another really nasty rune cage there. He actually stops going for the kill and commits to bringing down the player that's going for the res here, and he takes a few heals. Oh, that player just gets absolutely wrecked by that execute, and there we go. We've got more blue coming in out of stealth here, and Phenom is just going to continue to keep the pressure up. Puts a lot of damage in this guy here. There is the rune cage into the streak. Oh my god, that player responds with his bow ultimate. Not the way to go. Phenom with the execute to bring him down, and now we've got some blue players trying to go for the res on the dead players up there, and Phenom's just going to quickly turn on this guy, bring him down with a huge combo with the rune cage curse there into the execute. Goes for the rune cage combo yet again on this blue player, but look at that response. He purges the rune cage and then actually goes for the roll there. So great response from the blue player to completely dodge Phenom's combo, and Phenom's just going to turn around and try to put pressure on the players that have been rezzed here. Some of them are running away, but blue is continuing to pick up their players. Huge damage into that blue player there at a distance, but however, it's not enough to bring him down. I think he goes into his resto ult to respond to that, and Phenom is just going to continue to keep up the pressure on these guys. He's still got the Nightblades in stealth and still got a couple players around here. Huge combo on this guy there, tanking the meteor out while he goes for the offensive combo, bringing him down with the execute at the end, and Phenom wants that Nightblade. He is just going to tank this Templar out a bit, but there's the mark from the Nightblade. He's staying very conscientious of this Nightblade, but oh my god, that burst. Absolutely disgusting. And I think after that, man, the Nightblade just runs away. Great fight, my man. All right, guys, so coming in at number 2, we have got Two-Handed and Bow Stamina Dragon Knight, brought to you by Nasty YYC with that big boy burst to open up. Oh my god, look at that leap. And that's the first player down, and now he's got 4 more players to fight here. And Nasty's going to do a great job with his wings against these players, making sure to keep them up. There we see another massive burst into that huge execute off the leap. Oh my god, bringing another player down. Takes huge damage from these guys. Nasty going for those big heals. Lots of roll dodging. I gotta say, I think he's in medium armor here. He's using a lot of rolls, and I don't think Heavy is going to be rolling this much. And Nasty is just putting the huge damage into these guys. There we see the Wrecking Blow into the leap. Very tanky player that he hit there, and Nasty's just going to reset. There we see the wings again, giving him a lot of protection, and of course it is going to keep him mobile in this fight. Just look at the movement in this fight, how he's just moving around them. Very dynamic, lots of direction changing, and a big part of it is just to get this group to split up a little bit so he can get that combo on a player. And there we see he's trying to pick this target here with the lightning staff. There is the Wrecking Blow into the leap. Oh my god, Earthgore coming in strong to save the day there, and Nasty's just going to turn and burn this lower HP player, and he goes for the Wrecking Blow. However, that player gets a lot of healing from some friendly yellows, so Nasty's just going to have to reset back around the tree here, and the wings coming in so clutch for that snare removal. Oh my god, just absolutely love watching Stamina DK play with those wings. It's so great. And there we see that roll again, resetting back around the rocks. Oh my god, these guys come all around the corner. Nasty with that huge leap just to break the entire group apart. Comes back around the corner to reset his buffs again, and using the tree just to line of sight these guys even more. And the wings yet again. These guys are throwing out a lot of attacks that are snaring Nasty a lot, so the wings are coming in really handy for him to keep him mobile here. And here we see, yet again, he's just going to move around the group, make sure to keep his snare immunity up, goes for a huge Wrecking Blow into the leap there, trying to bring these players down, and the Earthgore yet again coming in clutch to save them. I think Nasty could potentially have gone for the kill there had the Earthgore not healed that guy up after he broke the stun, but the blue are continuing to keep the pressure on him, and Nasty is just making sure to keep his buffs up and keep the pressure on this group as well. He wants to kite them out, pick his targets, and hit them hard when he can, and he's just continuing to tank them out. There's a huge leap in the middle of this guy's roll. The enemy Nightblade does a great job responding with the fear. Nasty just goes right back into resetting his buffs here, rolling back up the hill, splitting the group again, and trying to pick a target as he works his way back behind the group. Going for that Wrecking Blow, takes another nasty fear from this Nightblade, and he's just going to come back around the corner here, resetting and trying to get that Wrecking Blow. There we see the Wrecking Blow finally go down, but he gets a stun from another opposing player. He's having so much unfortunate luck with trying to land these combos on these yellow here. Lots of pressure coming in from these yellow players. They're really giving him no opportunity to have like a moment's rest, so he's just continuing to kite them out and trying to pick a target. There's a huge Wrecking Blow into the leap. There's the Executioners, and again the Earthgore coming in clutch, saving that guy. Oh my god, poor Nasty. Oh, I feel bad. That's the third time he's been denied a kill by that Earthgore set. There we see he opens on this guy here with his crit rush, resets with the dots as he backs up, another crit rush. This guy is just continuing to spam birds on him. Nasty goes for his Wrecking Blow. However, all of the yellow converge on top of him, so he just moves back behind the rocks again. Goes for another Wrecking Blow here. This guy's a little lower HP, huge stun. Oh my gosh. And there we see, as soon as his HP drops, the Earthgore procs yet again, and Nasty's just going to move his way back behind the trees and reset, trying to get the offensive combo on these guys when he can, and they're just continuing to hammer him with not only stuns, but all other sorts of attacks. Nasty's just forced into kiting them out, and these yellow are just relentless. The Warden's coming in with his Northern Storm. Look at how much damage Nasty's taking here. Great cut around the tree, just splitting the line of sight there. Just cutting the amount of damage he takes by a huge amount. Goes for the Wrecking Blow, gets a nice Wrecking Blow into the leap. There we see the kill. Oh my god, a nice clean combo, bringing that player down. Nasty goes for his reset on his buff here, heals himself up, and now he's got to have that pressure on. Gets another Wrecking Blow, breaks the stun from the draining shot there, and finishes him with the execute. And there's the Wrecking Blow into leap. Oh my god, just look at that explosive firepower, turning this fight around. Holy man, in a matter of seconds, Nasty drops 3 players, and now he's got one last player to fight here, and it looks like the other yellow player just kind of left, and he's going to bring this guy down with the executes. Absolutely fantastic. All right, guys, and finally, coming in at number 1, we have Foul on the Magica Templar, and he is in an enemy resource here, and there's a lot of red outside, and Foul is just waiting to get his opportunity. Gets a great stun with the lightning staff there into the jabs. Radiant Destruction quickly bringing down the first player there. An enemy Nightblade had snuck in behind him here, gets the snipes there. Foul quickly turns with the stun there, going for the jabs, and here is where he sees all the red coming, goes into his Bat Swarm. His Bat Swarm actually finishes off the Nightblade he started there, finishing off yet another player in his swarm, and now he's taking a lot of pressure from these reds, and just look at that powerful Templar healing. He goes for the block into a few Honor of the Deads, mists back upstairs, goes for the Purge, Honor of the Dead dropping back down because he knows he has to protect these bodies in order to keep them from getting back up. Foul is just continuing to spam Honor here, goes for his Mist Form, waiting until his Bat Swarm is up, and there we see he takes a nasty stun, gets the Bat Swarm into the jabs there. Look at the amount of damage. Oh my gosh, bringing one player down in the jabs, the second player down with the jabs there. This guy comes down in the jabs, 3 kills coming out of that ultimate, and now he's got just a single red player on top of him here, as the rest of the reds are outside feeling pretty coy, and Foul is just going to continue to pressure this enemy Dragon Knight. Here we see him just purging off the dots and setting his offensive combo on the DK, and once he's got all his debuffs and his Power of the Light on, he's just going to go for those jabs in this stun, and there we see a lot of damage going on the DK. DK responds with his leap, really great call, not only healing himself, getting resource back, but stunning Foul as well, and Foul is just going to purge off the dots, reset his buffs, and continue to pressure this Dragon Knight with his jabs. And the DK is fairly tanky, and here we see, an enemy player coming up here. Foul gets the stun with the lightning staff, goes for the jabs into the Dawnbreaker, and then gets eclipsed by the NPC. He breaks the stun from the eclipse, manages to stall out with his block until the potion, and now he's just going to purge off the negative effects there, reset, and open on these guys after stunning them. And here we see that Foul is taking the occasional attack from the NPCs as well, but he is doing a great job sitting off to the side of the tower to make sure that he doesn't take too many eclipses, or even, God forbid, a negate falls in here. Gets a great stun on this guy into the Dawnbreaker, into the jabs. Oh my gosh, nearly bringing him down, but the player ends up retreating, and Foul is left inside to continue to fight this Dragon Knight. And I feel his pain to not want to go out there even to chase the kill, simply because those NPCs are so destructive against Magica builds, and Foul is just going to continue to pressure here as the Nightblade jumps on top of him as well, and he's just going to purge off those negative effects. Purge work in absolute overtime. Gets a great stun off on the Nightblade there, goes for the jabs, awesome pressure onto him. Yet again, the Nightblade responds with his heals in time, and Foul is unable to finish him, but there we see the jabs into the Dawnbreaker of Smiting, a nasty stun there. Foul also takes a stun from behind from the DK. He decides to come back upstairs with the mist, actually faking the mist, baiting out the res. Great call, I think. Really great call. And there we see he's just going to get a stun off on the DK and continue to pressure these guys here. Gets another stun off on this Nightblade, but Foul is just kind of waiting for his opportunity with his potion on cooldown here to turn and burn these guys. Here he is back up to full health, gets a stun off on the Nightblade into the jabs. Great damage, goes for the Power of the Light as well, takes a nasty stun. Oh my god, he goes for his Dawnbreaker into the jabs again. The Nightblade is so tanky. Pretty sure the Nightblade's running the Troll King set, having a lot of HP regen there. And then finally Foul is left to fight this Dragon Knight, and it is quite a lengthy fight, but eventually Foul manages to wear him down, and there you see he manages to get the full combo set on him into the jabs, into the Radiant Destruction, and down goes the DK. Absolutely fantastic fight, repping the Magica Templar. Absolutely love it, my man. Alright guys, so that is the top 5. Of course, we have got a bonus clip for you guys as well, and this is some Nightblade bombing. Oh my gosh, brought to you by Dillion. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button. If you guys want to check out any of these fine ESO channels, I have links to all of them down in the description below. So please go and check out these ESO channels, support our growing ESO community. If you guys want to submit your own content for a top 5 PvP battle, or even submit your own build to be featured on the channel, you guys can send it in to KristoferESO@hotmail.com. If you guys want to see live gameplay from me, you guys can check me out on Twitch. A link to my Twitch is down below in the description as well. And finally, guys, we are sponsored by What the Fast. They are a VPN for gamers. They give me better ping to ESO and lots of other games. So if you guys want to try them out, they are completely free to try. So no harm, no foul. Thank you guys yet again for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed. And a big shout out again to everybody for sending in the footage. Great stuff again this week, guys. And I honestly can't wait to see what you guys send in next week. Have a great week, everybody, and I'll see you next time.